Hey everyone, this is Ultra Runner. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to start a new series titled One and Done. After watching a bunch of YouTubers over the last few months, really since I've been collecting, which has been a little less than 2 years, or recollecting because I started collecting a long time ago, and I took about a 10 or 15 year hiatus, and now I'm back into it, kind of all in. And I noticed a lot of YouTubers are now, selling off some of their collections, not keeping this, not keeping that, and, picking and choosing and things of that nature because our collecting dollars just really aren't going as far as they used to. Before a lot of people would pick up one of everything, and now they're like, oh no, I'm only going to get this, or I'm going to get this. I mean, inflation, prices, the whole nine, quality of product, not getting exactly what you want. So I decided, you know what, let me, do my part. And so what I decided to do with this series, it kind of walks you through picking the best figure that you can out of a particular model or a particular action figure. So like for instance, I'm going to kick it off with probably the one I'm most familiar with, which is Boba Fett. I've got every version of him in 6-inch with the exception of SH Figure Arts, which is actually inbound. The Kenner Boba, which is just a paint of that, regular body. And then the Kyoto Revoltech version, and we all know that one looks really bad, but, it is what it is. I don't have those three, but I saw those three. I have pretty much everything else in 6-inch. Everything from Black Series except the Kenner, both Mayfexes, the SH Figure Arts, minus the, like I said, the one I mentioned earlier, which is the Empire Straight Back, I believe, that I do have coming. And I will do a review on later. But what I want to do is just kind of start off with something I have a lot of and show you guys kind of how, if I had to pick out of the ones I have here, not being a Boba Fett, total fanboy, which one I would pick. So, at the end of the day, who's going to earn the right to sit in the throne? So, to know, we're going to go and get started here. I'll move the throne out of the way. So, there's a couple different things you can look at. So, one is going to be, what do you want as far as like realism? I will start off like new media or old media. So if you want new media, then you have, a choice of SH Figure Arts, and you also have the, Black Series. If you want, classic, you have like the Boba Fett from the animated, you have the, ones you'll probably never see in SH Figure Arts, like the prototype and the, Bounty Hunter in Disguise. And so you kind of have to start there. So if you're looking for just like, say for instance, you're into the most realistic you can get, period in the story, you only really have two. And this is just being brutally honest. You have two. You have the, right here, you have, to the left, you have the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett by Mayfex, and you have the, am I right, the Empire Straight Back by Mayfex as well. Paint detail, accuracy, there is literally nothing that beats these two. So, so if you're looking for, hey, who's got the best sculpting, who's got the best paint apps, I'll just use the Empire Return, because Return's my favorite version. But if you look at the detail here, the paint apps, the weathering, there is literally not another figure out here. Like I said, you guys are looking at all of them except for, like I say, really just two technically, the Kyoto and the SH Figure Arts, but doesn't knock these out. Like nothing tops these as far as like overall detail. Now, these are definitely not superposable. They're not. They're a little finicky. The antennas on these, or the viewfinder, are little issues with those. They just kind of fall over. But as far as like accessories, things like that, they don't really come with much. Just a couple sets of hands, and this Boba Fett didn't do a lot, and so there's no unmasked sculpt, things like that nature. But if you're looking for absolute detail, the most realistic you can get is definitely going to be those two. Maybe something you're looking for is playability. Well, playability, then you have like the prototype Boba Fett here, all these, and I'll just use them as an example because all the ones in the back here, this Kenner, And I'll even pull out this Empire Strikes Back by Star Wars, by Hasbro Black Series. Same body. And like I say, these units here, you're not going to break them, you're not going to damage them. Are they posable? Not really. They're not the greatest. But if you want that classic look, these look really good on the shelf. No issues at all. Super, super cool. You know, and you have like the Empire Strikes Back version there. And then you have the carbonized version here, which is the same thing, which is a shinier paint job. You know, I actually really like that one. It's kind of neat. You know, I know a lot of people aren't big on carbonized, but, you know, I don't mind. It's not that big a deal. If you're looking for new media, you have SH Figure Arts. And you also have Black Series as well. You know, currently I actually have the Mafex Recovered Armor Boba, which is this one here. I have him on order from Mafex, and it's not right now. It's supposed to be March, but who knows? You know, Mafex always pushes back their dates. But for this, and I'll tell you what, let me just put this one here, and I'll actually use I'll use this one here, which is roughly about the same armor type. So in a case like this, if you look at these side by side, you can see there's a ton of detail difference in HH Figure Arts. The Black Series looks more kiddish, you know. I would say it definitely looks cheaper. You can look at the pauldron, you know, look at the Mythosaur logo, arm on the side. You know, looking at the backpack, you can see there's a major difference in how that looks. Now, and granted, HH Figure Arts, everybody knows they come with like a ton of accessories, so just so much stuff that you come with. But even outside of that, it's not. And that's maybe a deciding factor, but not necessarily. You know, and when you look at, let me pull up the exact version of this one here that matches it. This is the SH Figure Arts Recovered Armor Boba. So these are the exact same units, just by different companies. So let's start at the back. Let's take a look at those backpacks, those jetpacks. You know, you can see the Hasbro looks like plastic. You know, the HH Figure Arts does not. It looks more realistic, like better quality plastic, should I say. And then this one here, even though it's not canon, actually the HH Figure Arts comes with the little readout that shows, you know, that he owned the armor, which was kind of cool. And this head sculpt is actually not the head sculpt for this HH Figure Arts. It's actually the one that comes with the Book of Boba Fett, which of course is the only Book of Boba Fett version we have. And so that's and like I say, you got the finger pointing where he was showing Mando that, you know, this belonged to him, belonged to his dad. So, you know, super neat. You know, SH Figure Arts comes with a lot of accessories, a lot of like world building stuff that you just don't get anywhere else. Like nobody else has that outside of a hot toy. And then you also look at whether you want a removable head sculpt or not, removable helmet or not. You know, we all know the Black Series all come with the removable helmets. Granted, they're not the best fit. You know, you also have, you know, original Boba straight up, you know, beginning of this new series here. So, and I also even have, just for, you know, fun, it's the Book of Boba Fett version. This is the Movie Realization by Bandai. So kind of a samurai look, but, you know, this is incredibly detailed. It's like a notch above the Mafex units, because this is, you know, the sculpt is amazing. It's unique. You know, the holster with the gun, the whole nine. It's just a very, very well detailed figure. And it's expensive, but I mean, it's just what that is. You know, you kind of get your pay for in a case like this. Sword and the sheet, the whole nine. So at the end of the day, you know, which one would I recommend? If you're like, hey, you know, Ultra Runner, I only want one Boba Fett, what's the best one to get? If I had to pick, being who I am, I would pick, hands down, take them all from me, give me Return of the Jedi Boba. You know, this is my favorite version. Yeah, he kind of got clowned in the movie, but, you know, it's super cool, and he's good looking, and on the shelf he commands your vision, he commands your presence. He's just a very, very strong figure across the board. You know, he's a little bigger than the Black Series, but, you know, he fits in really well. you know, and now, and these are actually pretty inexpensive right now. I mean, they were like pretty crazy before Mayfix did a re-release. So you can get these actually pretty inexpensive now. If you're looking for probably new media, and you're like, you know what, I like the OT, but I'd rather something new media. What's the best new media I can get? And just get one version and be done. I would definitely say, which is the only version we have, the Book of Boba Fett. You know, this guy comes with the gaffy stick. He comes with the blast effects. He comes with, the rocket effects. He comes with, you know, the detachable gun. He comes with the head swap. He comes with the rocket pack that you can actually plug into the back of his backpack and have him shooting a rocket out of the back. You know, the other HS figure art comes with that too, but that's just super neat. But like I say, tons and tons of stuff. He also comes with, you know, which we showed earlier, which was a throne. You know, which is a great honking piece of plastic. And, you know, this is actually where my Hasbro recovered armor Boba Fett sits in my collection, if you guys have seen that collection video. If you're like, hey, well, I want something that kind of combines old media and new media, then I would definitely say the one to go with is the Tython Boba. Tython Boba is cool because he's got the Tamora Morrison head sculpt underneath. I'll get this to focus. He's got the classic Return of the Jedi armor, just of course more weathered. So you get the kind of for me, you get the best of both worlds in here. You get, like I say, it looks old school, like, you know, the ones over here, but you also have, you know, new media, and this thing is very posable. You're not going to break it, you know, and it looks really good. I mean, I think they did a great job with those. You have the ones across the back, like, you know, you have the specialty ones like that, but, you know, no one's going to really use prototype Boba or Battle of the Skies Boba or even Kenner Boba as, I mean, not Kenner Boba, cartoon Boba as your primary Boba. I know I do have like the Bandai model kit. Again, not going to be a great representation of it. Your other option would be if you're just like, you know, hey, your hands are tied, you know, just give me the best Boba for the money. You know, old school, new school, old media, new media, original trilogy, new media. I would say, hands down, this is probably one of the best figures Hasbro's ever made. Hands, you know, especially in the Star Wars line. This is the Return of Jedi Boba Fett. Crazy posable, just good looking. I mean, his suit could use a wash, but the paint apps on the helmet, on the gauntlets, on the jetpack, he comes with he comes with rocket accessories, you know, rocket effects. It comes with the broken gun, you know, when Luke cut it. I mean, literally, this is probably, if you have to go spend, I mean, I think you can get them on sale right now in different places between, you know, $24 and $30, but he sells regular price for like $33.99. But if you had to pick one, doesn't matter, new media or original trilogy, I would definitely say the Return of Jedi Boba Fett. It's just such a great one. So, you know, and it's just kind of funny that Return of the Jedi end up being 2 of the 3. But if you got to pick one, regardless of cost, I would say Return of the Jedi, which I say he's pretty cheap right now by Mayfix. If you looking for something that's new media, best of the best, I want to get one and be done with it, I would say the Book of Boba Fett by SH Figure Arts. And if you want to just get the best bang for your buck, a great posable, great looking unit that does everything well and looks amazing. Like I said, but it gives, you know, you're not spending import prices for it. Hands down, Book of Boba Fett, Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi. So the series will definitely have more. I'm looking to do this probably weekly. These, I won't have as many, of course, as the other ones I'll show. Maybe Captain America has not even half of this, but, you know, I have more Boba Fett than anything. But when I show you guys my one, you'll know where I'm getting that one from, because I take a lot of things into consideration. And when I started with Boba Fett, I was like, you know what, maybe if I want to go down, I'm not going to pare down these. I'm going to keep all these, but just so you guys get an idea of what it takes to go into picking one. So hope this helps you guys. And in the future, as these videos come out, you know, got any questions, you know, comment down below. Of course, subscribe. like and share this video out. And also go to my video for the giveaway. I do have a giveaway for when we hit 500 subscribers. We'll be giving away the Galactic Room World Hasbro Mandalorian. So check that video out as well. Give it a like and a comment as well. And, if you guys need anything, just, got any questions, want to talk about this stuff, just comment down below. Thanks again. Later.